is Pixelia here. We're in Anton Web Radio, Season 3, Episode 5. We're here with the one and only DJ Trax. You're a
What's going
DJ.
on? What's going on? What's going on? The Central Games family, man, y'all. I've been here plenty of times. I'm not a stranger to this world. Y'all know I play ice. Y'all know I get it in with y'all at the tables in Diamond Hand City on Thursdays. I'm not the best poker player, but I get in and I try to have fun with it. And I've reached the top 5% a few times, so I can't complain.
That's what it's all about. That 5%, that sweet honey of that 5%. I was top
That
one.
multiplier.
I was number one day.
Oh, that's probably a good feeling, huh?
Plus 10,000 and something chips.
Nice. That multiplier is a good feeling when you see that start
You
going
see
up
the
a few
all
times.
that ice stacking. You want to build an igloo.
Nah, man,
Yo,
for sure.
DJ,
Love the
yo,
Iceberger
DJ,
world.
DJ Track. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, it says right there. You're a DJ. You're a producer. You're an NFT creator. You're a dancer. You're an emote creator. You're a choreographer. What are you not?
I don't know, man. I just like to try. I feel like life is just about just trying new things all the time and just like experimenting with things, seeing what you like, what you don't like, and once you find things you do like, you just keep repeating them. For me, I love music. I love dance. It's a part of my family, a part of my culture. I'm Puerto Rican and Dominicano, so like, it's a part of like I just grew up with it, man. I dance salsa, bachata, merengue. I can dance all
that
different types
inner
of
fire
styles.
is part of you.
Yes, it's in my blood. So it's something I love to do. And when I found out you can make emotes, I was all for it. So I was actually maybe would have been one of the first people to get in tapping into creating those emotes. I actually did a collaboration with Sauce with Ice Poker, and we created the DJ Tracks 2 turn emote where you go like this and you like defy gravity. I can't really do it in my
Yeah,
chair,
yeah, yeah.
but we created this rhythm together, and then I started making more emotes and currently working on a few more.
But you guys do it with what? With like sensors and whatnot?
So what I do is I would just send a 3D modeler a video of me dancing. I would just be like, hey, I want it to look
Oh,
like
yeah,
this.
like a 3D
Send like
rendered model.
yeah, just like I'll send them like a front view or I'll send them like a side view of what it looks like, and then they just go in and they just edit to the video. I do it pretty clear enough for them to see what exactly to do. And that's the video. Sauce took a whole video of me just hitting the move, doing the neck rotate thing, and he made
Yeah.
it happen in a few weeks. So that was a really
Let's
really dope
out.
drop. I was like I, I was anticipating that drop so much. I'm like, oh my god, when is this emote dropping? When is this emote dropping? I wanted to come out so bad.
Le sauce. Chef Le
Les
sauce.
sauce, like Shelly says, les sauce.
Dude, this guy is insane. He's a machine, a werewolf emote
Literally,
producing machine. He's
literally.
like, god damn it. I wonder like how many hours a day he gets of sleep, or when is he not creating emotes or werewolf? Like
Yeah, it's crazy just to look back on like how many Decentral Games wearables and
dude,
emotes. Like there's
it's
hundreds,
like
hundreds, hundreds.
every collection has five. Every uh like every werewolf DG creates comes from the chef's kitchen, you know? Like every emote comes
It's
from the
incredible.
chef's
It's
kitchen.
incredible to
What?
witness.
Dude, but this is new on me. Like I didn't know that you were the dancer behind those emotes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Even the
How did
one.
that came to happen? Like how was that connection made? Because I'm assuming at some point they saw you dancing. I mean, because you can fucking dance tracks.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I
how was
mean,
that connection
I
made?
know Murph Jestic saw some dance videos of me, because he's the first. He's probably the first person I connected with from the Central Games, like way, way back, just from like attending parties and just hanging out. Like me and Murph Jestic crossed paths, and then he's like, "Yo, I see you're a dancer. We're working on some emotes coming out. Like they're gonna be made available to the public soon. So if you guys want to work on something, I could connect you with Sauce, and you guys can work on something together." And that's how we got the connection together. And I don't even know how long I've been working for Decentral Games. It feels like it's been around a year now. I think I started like around last summer, from what I remember, time zone wise. But yeah, we got together and made the emote, and it was just like really cool to see because I come from like I'm a gamer. I grew up gaming since I could pick up a remote. Like literally, like as a baby, I was picking up Sega Genesises and like they had this thing called the Pico. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but it's like this like folding laptop with like a touch screen on it. It was pretty crazy. So I actually learned a lot about like how to like even read books and like get like it was like a hooked on phonics type thing, but like for gaming, it was like a mix of gaming and education. So I really fell in love with gaming at a young age. Got into PlayStations and Xboxes and Switches and Wii. Anything that came out, I had my hands on it. So when I was playing like games on Xbox like Fortnite, and I was doing these dance moves and emotes, or playing Roblox with my son, all these dance moves. I'm watching these dance moves happen. I'm like, it's my dream to have a dance move in a video game world. I was just like, I need to make this happen. So when the opportunity came, I jumped on it right away. I was like, I said, you need a dance video? I'll have it to you by tomorrow. Boom, send him a video right away. And
let's dance.
We did about we came up with 3 ideas. We knocked it down to 2. I didn't like the end up just coming out with the one, and then I scrapped the other one. I was like, you know what? Let's save that for another time. I'll work on something because people were coming out with similar stuff, so I don't want to come out with anything that's like somebody else's. And I really wanted to be original with my moves.
Yeah, like to just keep the like to avoid that, like, because I can see where you're coming from. Look, I wanted to do emotes myself. I'm not a creator, but that's the cool thing about Web3. You can collaborate just like ourselves here,
Exactly.
and you get shit done, and in a good way, in a fast way, in a great way, in a high quality way, because you get all this sweet connections. But at some point, I was just talking to Isa about doing an emote, and I was like swamped at work. She was swamped at work. Everybody was doing emote, and I was like, let's give the emote, like Avalanche, just a while. Let's see what all people come up with, and then I'm just gonna brew my thing. And once I come up with something that I really, really, really want to do, then I'll talk to Isa and we'll get it. And she agreed with me, like, because there's so many things. So I can agree with you, like keeping it original. It's at least for me. Look, I'm a creator myself, not just not a dancer, not a like I also create some art. So for me, keeping my ideas original and non-contaminated by other people's ideas, it's very hard.
And if you notice, I mean, so much came out at one time that the duplicates were almost hard to spot. It was like I can't imagine being on the curation committee or whatever they call them. I forgot what the name is it, but like having like just like 1,000 emotes thrown at you at one time in like a couple of weeks, and you're like I have to sort through every single animation, watch them all a couple times, make sure they loop perfectly or whatever. Yeah, it's definitely a tricky thing, but like some people will make things ahead of time before people, like just like the way people buy usernames before companies come in and buy them, like just like the way the team had made the Soldier Boy emote before he even came into the world, maybe 5-6 months later, or 3-4 months later. I forgot what the exact time is, but the Soldier Boy the whole dance came out. Same thing. They did the Soldier Boy move, and 2-3 months later he came out with it, and it was already been done by a user that wanted to make it their own. So that's kind of like the tricky part. But what I've noticed is that in Fortnite, moves that have been copied or created, no matter how similar it looks, no matter how perfectly exactly the same it is, the lawsuits, most of them end up losing if they go to sue somebody for a dance move copy. Like it's hard to really like solidify what is choreography or what who created what dance moves back in the 70s and the 80s. Like nobody can really figure out who started this. So it's a really iffy world.
It's like general knowledge. So it's like commonly used general knowledge. So it's basically a legal way of doing this.
Yeah, and people in Fortnite, I mean, the people of Fortnite run into a lot of trouble, but end up being in the favor of the people who just created the emotes or created the dance moves. So it's I've been watching that very closely because it is something that affects me. Like if I wanted to make a dance move that is like a choreography for somebody else, then it's possible of me getting in trouble. So the first emote I wanted to make was actually doing some type of like gliding and moonwalking. And then when I sent it to the creator, they were like, hey, I don't think we can do that. I don't think we should do moonwalking because it's a copyright issue. I was like, okay. So then I started doing my crazy moves, my more signature moves that nobody else
Yeah.
really does that I know would stand out more. And yeah, it was a pretty fun process, and it was really easy for me because I didn't have to go learn how to go 3D model something and learn that. I'm just getting into that now. I'm just learning how to use Blender. Literally, I started using it yesterday.
Same here. Like
Yeah, it's really,
3 weeks into it.
I'm like paying
Never
all these
never did
people.
anything like that before. It's crazy.
I'm paying all these people to make wearables for me, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just take a moment to
Let
try.
me just try it myself.
Why
Yeah.
not? So I got a pair of wings that I'm creating, and they're coming out actually really, really good. I just got to do some fine tweaking and learn how to paint stuff and weight paint and stuff. But once I get that done, I'll be able to drop my own wearables and still work with the 3D modelers for the 3D animation because that's really, really
Yeah.
hard to navigate it.
Also you can do scenes in Blender as well. Like you can do
Yeah,
everything in Blender really.
yeah. Blender's a
Yeah.
pretty complicated app, but if you do learn it, I mean, I'm paying a bunch of other people to do this. But just imagine being the source. Like I want to become the source for everybody, a one-stop shop.
You know
Come
what
to
I
me,
did?
get wearables, emotes, build,
I
whatever.
saved money and I paid myself like a Blender like a Blender full course that I'm taking. Like I'm
Good,
taking
good.
somewhere and I'm going there, asking questions like a set amount of time per day. This is how you get things done. And like I think that this mindset is what helps you navigate through the metaverse in such a smooth way. And I'm saying this specifically to you because the way you have navigated through the central end has been like I would say smooth if you can use that term.
No, I agree. I
Um,
agree. I agree. I think everything's been a smooth process, and I can't complain about anything. It's been happy.
I would like to add something because it's like for me this is like a key ingredient of who DJTRAX is. Your family, Mama Tracks, DJTRAX.
Yes,
At which
sir.
point they became interested in the metaverse because I can see why you did it. You know, I
Yeah.
don't know your wife, I don't know your son, but like from what the interactions we've had, I can see that they're gamers. I can see that your son likes dancing Fortnite. Like I can see your wife doing the same.
Yeah.
But like at which point they said like, fuck, like look at what this guy's doing in the central, and I want to do it too. Because like
So
I
we
gotta be
we
honest with you, I see Mama Tracks more in the central end than you now.
she's very active. I think I come from the social media world, so Web 2 was where I really thrived as a creator. Like where I was making YouTube videos and Facebook videos and photos like when it first began, like 2009. I was starting to make a lot of YouTube videos. Once Instagram came out, and then all these big social media apps started colliding. TikTok came out, got really involved on TikTok when it was called Musically. And then as it evolved to TikTok, the pandemic hit. A huge wave of people came running into TikTok. Me and my family were already making videos together on there, like as like a dancing family. We would make a lot of dance videos. We would make. I got my son, and my son saw me making remixes at my house all the time. Like I would just be sitting there messing with my DJ controller, and he would always be like, "Hey, Dad, I want to make one too." Like, and after a while, I was just like, you know what? Screw it. Let me make a video of you making your first remix. Like just messing around pressing buttons. And we posted a video on TikTok. It went 1 million views within a couple weeks, and we really started understanding like how to use viral videos to leverage our career. Like we really got into like the concept of like going viral, getting paid gigs from it, and traveling from it. Like that was something that we really like love to do together. So I was already teaching dance workshops, doing parties all the time, DJing at schools, working with kids, doing dance programs for after school programs for kids. And so my son was always around that. He was always around other kids dancing and DJing parties. And he's this is my dad. I want to do whatever the hell he's doing. He's actually sitting right here. He's like, you can kind of see him in the middle here.
Yo, what up, CJ?
I don't know if you can.
Legend.
I have my AirPods on, but
Wingardium Leviosa. Like he's doing a Vanesco now. Hey,
so
what's up, CJ? How are you doing,
Hello.
man?
Good.
Hey, you have a big fan here, bro. Like we love you and your family here at Anderson Web Radio. You know that?
Yeah. Thank you.
We love your music as well. Keep it up. You're doing an amazing job, buddy. Okay?
Thank you.
Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You kick ass. Go for
Okay.
it.
So I
Take care,
appreciate
bro.
I appreciate you.
Take care,
But
bro.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
So he just was always around it and was always like into it, and it was a natural thing for him to kind of want to gravitate towards.
Good.
He's messing around here.
Let him grab a chair
Um,
and join in. Yeah.
yeah, I might as well, right? So let me
Yeah, might
actually
as well. Yeah.
let me just
He's
take
a
this
key
off. Let
part
me
of the
just
family.
try to see if that sticks in. I don't know if the AirPods
Yeah.
gonna fall out of his ear.
I don't know.
All right. So
Okay,
I mean,
DJ,
yeah, you tell him, when did you want to get involved in the metaverse?
thank you for joining us. Like,
It
how did you get interested in the Decentraland for the first time?
was when I saw my dad first DJing when he was in the metaverse in DCL also.
Yeah,
And how
it
have you?
it was at the True
What
Band
band?
Room.
He was at the True Band Room. Oh,
It was
that's sweet.
the first show we ever did. We did together, So it was like immediately first thing we did right away. We just got into it. Because one of the biggest things is we're restricted from going live on TikTok because he's underage. He's only 10 years old. So on
Yeah.
TikTok, you have to be a certain age. Even if you're a parent and you're around, you still have to be a certain age to get on live. Most people don't follow the rules, but for me, I was a little more wary about it because I'm still protective over my son. I didn't want live people or bad people to have access to him, which is why I can understand why
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
want
I
people
agree
on
with
live.
you. You just defend,
But
of course.
at the same time, we kind of have like that barrier of like censorship and like not being able to express ourselves how we want to, like by going live. So when we found the opportunity to go live in the metaverse without the rules, the rules of like TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, it was a no-brainer for us to want to do this, and it was an opportunity for us to perform together on the internet without having to deal with the restrictions. Like that's why I love this
Yo,
centralization.
that's. I think that's right there is what it's called a parenting call.
Yeah,
Like a parenting statement. So like I am not a parent myself, but I do appreciate your stand and I respect you even more for that. CJ, I have a question for you. How was your first metaverse concert experience? Like how?
oh no, you're talking to him, right?
Yeah.
He's technically
That's
DJ
your
TRAX.
song.
So I'm CJ. He's DJ. Well, DJ
Oh,
TRAX. I know
DJ
it's confusing.
Trax.
I know it's confusing. He got his name from TikTok. Our followers named him, and then I named myself CJ TRAX just from being in the metaverse all the time. I was like,
So I got it wrong all the time. I thought he was CJ and you were DJ.
no,
Oh,
no, I know it could be
you're
confusing,
both
but
DJs. Like you're both DJs, but she's
yeah.
okay. I just got it. So DJ, how was
Someone else.
how was your first metaverse experience?
It was
Like
cool.
your first metaverse concert experience? Because I know that you have played in the Central, right?
Yeah, I played in Decentraland and I made my own DCL builds, which was really fun from this guy teaching me.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And that
You
one
have
day
an amazing dad, Like it's so cool that, that you're that you're so into music. How is your music coming along, by the way? Because based on what I followed from your dad's like interaction with me and on Twitter, like I know that you're really into music, and I know that you're actually diving into that world. So, like, what can you tell me about that? Like, how has that been for you?
well, I loved using GarageBand on my iPad, which we always made like our beats, and that's on OpenSea.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's
made a lot of our beat. Our first batch of beats that we made last year was mainly on GarageBand using loops and using different combinations of loops to make our beats. Then we've evolved now to start learning Ableton. So that's what we've been working on more now. Is like GarageBand was like kind of like our training wheels, like learning how to produce music and get good at it with like riding a bike with training wheels. And then now we're in Ableton, like where it's like the training wheels are off and we're just kind of learning as we go, watching YouTube tutorials and just watching videos and learning how to produce because it's something that I've always wanted to do, but I didn't go to school for that, So I've always like just
but could
because
you
free
like
knowledge, So we learn anything we can from YouTube and make these beats.
if I may say it, like you have
That
done
was
very good job
Thank
you
you,
have
man.
done so far. What were
that
you
was
gonna
our
say,
that was our
DJ?
main that was our main website that we always use for our beats.
Yeah,
And that one
OpenSea.
time I always ask my dad can I DJ by myself in a DJ set, and I always wanted to. He let me do it.
Yeah, it was at Vox
Oh,
Boards. We were doing some DJ residency at Vox Boards, and he really loved being at Vox Boards because it's like a skating game, like it was. And this is pre, play to earn game setup. It was just the Vox Boards location, and he loved being there because it looked really cool to him because we skate together and bike together and ride scooters and stuff. So he did his first completely by himself DJ set at Vox Boards, and now he's leveling up and doing that more often. And our DJ sets are becoming more of our own original music. When we came into this, we play a lot of other people's music because it's just something that we love doing as DJs. It's something we do to entertain people. We're private event DJs, so we could play music for any crowd. But we really wanted to steer more into the producer side of things and our own original content because another barrier we ran into was YouTube copyrights and Instagram copyrights and Facebook. Like,
yeah.
you put a dance video up, I'm dancing and just having fun with him or whatever, and then it gets taken down because of music copyrights or it can't get monetized because of sharing and all that crap. So I'm like, well, then we just gotta start making our own. We gotta figure out a way around this all, and that's the way we did it. It started out with remixing and then led to producing and mashups and all types of stuff.
You're at a point where you're actually creating your own beats, your own set, like everything.
Yeah, and that's what we've been dropping them as music NFTs. We've been dropping them as music NFTs since January 2022. We have about 57 owners in one collection. We just did a drop last Thursday. We sold out. We did a 5 drop. We did a drop of 5 editions. Sold out in 1 hour, which is really amazing. Those also came with we're making a mythic, so we're gonna be dropping the mythic for the people that spent their money and time on buying that NFT we dropped, which is we sell them for 0.03 ETH, so we ended up making we did 0.06 ETH, so we ended up making 0.3 ETH on one drop. So for us, that's huge. I mean, it's amazing. It's like the fact that we can make that much in 1 hour as musicians would take sometimes months, years for other artists that put their stuff on Spotify, YouTube.
To get that amount of money, exactly.
It would take forever, and it would take. You wouldn't get it until 3 months later, and you get 3 months payments. So if the first year of your song it only gets 100 streams, I mean, you're getting pennies on pennies. You get paid 0.003 cents per stream. So just imagine, do the math.
And in the process, you're creating a lot of free content for them.
Yeah,
for the platform.
I'm so grateful to have a community that supports us the way they do. I mean, they buy our NFTs, but the difference is that we didn't want to give people stuff just because it's cute and cuddly. It's like we want to give people legit raw, actual substance and value and more, what it's like to carry yourself as a family man or a family together that comes into something completely scary and we had no idea what we're getting ourselves into in Web3, and we're so glad we took the leap because it's taken us to some incredible places so far. So I'm so grateful for it.
Is it fair to say it has surpassed your expectations? It has.
Oh, definitely. I've done more in the metaverse in a year and a half than I've done living here in Las Vegas. I've moved here about 3.5 years ago. I've done probably 200 plus events in the metaverse. I've probably done, I could count on my hand, maybe 30, 40 events out here in Vegas since I lived here. Most of my events are traveling, but I mean, you do the math. I mean, it's just it wasn't what I expected to come into this. I didn't even know you could DJ in the metaverse. But I saw Gucci Toe at Roustons, and I was like, what is this?
Yo.
I want to be a part of this right now. What the hell?
Stern, stop, please. I'm jumping on this bus. Heels deep. That's good. Yo, but and at which point, your wife joined? Now I know how DJ joined. Now I know how you joined. How was for your wife? What at which point she decided to do it?
Yes.
So when last year I only had one laptop. I had my DJ laptop, and then I had my backup DJ laptop. So that was all we had to as far as equipment goes. It got over the summer. When the bear market was at its probably its max of people not really in Decentraland. It was really a slow time. I kept doubling down on putting in work over the summer because I know people weren't going to be playing a lot. But I was like, this is a perfect time to capture my community because I just started really getting into like building and having my own venue and all these other things. Started really like getting into like the drops and like doing music NFT drops, and it was starting to become more successful more often. And we went and bought a gaming laptop on Best Buy. Like we were just like, let's go buy a gaming laptop. Let's upgrade our system so that both of us can play. We really didn't get a chance for both of us to play. And we got the gaming laptop. A day later, I get an email. As soon as we put the gaming laptop on the desk, get it all set up, I get an email a day later from NYXL from the Mountain Dew build, and I ended up winning this giant PC, like a Mountain Dew build.
I saw the one, the big one with the
Yeah,
with the thing that you can put like an actual NFT on.
Yeah, like it has like a little icon screen where you could put different custom stuff on it. So BR Paradox did a giveaway at the Mountain Dew build. They gave out 4 PCs. I was one of those winners. So then we ended up having my laptop, the gaming laptop, and this PC in here. So I was able to upgrade my streams. Mama TRAX was able to hop in and just trying to get her name into the world and see if she was even going to like it, like just to kind of just get a feel for it. She's not really like, she's a gamer, but she's not like a full-time gamer like me and him are. Like me and him, we could game 24 hours a day and never get tired of it. She's more like Nintendo Switch type stuff, like Marvel and like the multiplayer fun games. We're more into like we'll play Rocket League for like 8 hours straight sometimes, or we'll play like Fortnite, or we'll play Minecraft or whatever, Jurassic World. He plays a whole bunch of different games.
Yeah, I saw that he came with the phone, but he was playing when he jumped on screen.
Yeah, he's playing some game, probably playing Madden. He plays Madden a lot. Yeah, look, he's a Madden guy. He likes football.
Oh, that's dope.
We're big football fans too. We're from Philadelphia, so we love the Eagles. But that's a whole another topic. But yeah, man. So Mama TRAX came in. She, at first it was just kind of her just messing around, and then she ended up getting really good at taking photos and really good at capturing videos of my events. Just kind of like at first just taking one photo here, posting it. Then it was like the second, third week, she was like taking 4 photos at once, posting it, and then she started getting into videos, started getting into the whole nine of like capturing media from her laptop while I'm DJing in the same living room as her. So, and then people really started loving her and started gravitating towards her, which is another unplanned thing. And here, so don't go so big over there. And he's just getting heavy. He's not a little boy no more. He's heavy on my lap.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mama TRAX came in and she ended up liking it.
Yeah, he's a big guy. I can see he's a big guy.
Yeah, man. So she came in and she loved it. She came in, she loved it after coming to a few events. She met with like the Wilderness Squad, and like really gravitated with the ladies there. And those have become her go-to girls. So shout out to the Wilderness team. Shout out to Nay, Liz, Culture Damas. They're they're like our core.
Yeah, they're all really cool. I really like them.
They're so much fun.
I love them all. Yeah, with Mama TRAX in the, I don't know if you remember, with like in this rock paper scissors, the no paper hand thing. Like I would always dance with her, like with
yeah. You guys are acting a fool.
We're ringside entertainment.
No, yeah. You are literally the funniest person ever with the emotes, man. I remember watching you up there, just like when you were
I take pride on selecting them. I curate them.
Oh my God, it's like, listen, I look at the metaverse like this. People are eventually going to get hired to be influencers, actors, fashion models for people, wearing people's wearables. Like, I feel people are going to get paid for that in the future. And whoever does it the best is going to be like there needs to be main characters of Decentraland. Whether we like it or not, there has to be some type of main character to make the story fun for people to like, and I really feel like there has to be more of those out there. People that are like not afraid to like put themselves out there, do interviews like this, and just have fun, man. Like I'm all about, I'm about my business. I get my business done when it's time to get business done. But I'm about having just a good ass time in the metaverse and making it fun for people.
That's
so that
what Decentraland is all about. It's having fun. It's like that Papa says. Like Decentraland is fun, but it's way funnier with friends. Like this only makes sense if you enjoy it with friends. It's social experience.
Absolutely.
Like I interviewed Shelly Van the other day, and she said like the social ingredient of the Decentraland is the most engaging part of the Decentraland itself, because let's be honest, this is like virgin territory, and right now
Yep.
it's like a game within it's games within a game,
Hmm.
But this is just the beginning. Like I don't know if you've been seeing things that people are doing that are starting to be able, like they're able to just be done.
Yeah, yeah,
Like you
yeah.
can create shooter experiences in your venues, like things like this. Like it's gonna go crazy. It's gonna grow out of control. And I do agree with you. There needs to be like that's part of why I do this. Like I don't want to be famous. I don't want that. But I do feel that people need to be able to put faces to what's going on in the metaverse. Like they can some like people they can look up to, or they can go to, because if everybody remains anon, then it becomes impersonal. That's what I feel like, at least for
Yeah, yeah. And that's why I've been very
those
open
who
and
are
being
not
and
used
being on
to the
camera.
whole gaming experience. Like if you're
Yeah.
not a true gamer, that this factor, like this not being able to ever see a human, I think this cuts down the experience a lot, because the chat is not that good. Like it needs a lot of fixing. Like it is evolving, but the social ingredient, like once you realize, hey, it's really all people in there. Like this, I'm in a party where this dude is playing right now, and this dude is in Vegas, and I'm in my house in Spain. So like it makes you wonder. Like it gives a whole new vibe to this thing.
Yeah, it's
So
almost like it's
yeah,
almost like some type of like sixth sense, like something you can't really explain, like the way it makes you like just feel when you're in the parties and you're enjoying yourselves. And like I've always been one to like wanna, you know, give people entertainment that aren't necessarily like extroverted people, like people that don't want to go to concerts and want to go to big halls filled with hundreds and thousands of people. They just can't physically do it, you know. So I feel like I've always wanted to be one to provide entertainment for that, you know, like some people are into just being home, being on their phones, being on their computers, and just being in a virtual place, you know. And I feel like why not make that, why not give that place the highest entertainment possible, not just average entertainment, but like actual, like I want to give
yeah,
you
like something
every
actually
ounce of
that
talent I
actually
have.
makes sense. Yeah, like a product that meets their expectations, and also that shows them that this is a place where you can also have fun. Like
Yeah,
people
yeah.
doing these things, they're really enjoying themselves doing it. And look, I gotta be honest with you. Like I'm a social guy,
Same,
but I
same. I'm the same. I'm the
enjoy
same.
I
I can go to a
enjoy
festival.
enjoy being alone. Like I enjoy being alone. I live in my house with my wife, my two dogs. But I enjoy my loneliness. Don't get me wrong. Like it's beautiful. But at the same time, sometimes I want to socialize. Look, I work a long hours. This is a way where I can hang with friends while I'm working. Like
Absolutely,
it's crazy.
absolutely, man.
It's
Yeah,
a
man.
crazy
So, like I
thing.
said, I want to give people that want to be at home all the time the best, funnest entertainment they possibly can have, and you know, we're gonna give it our all every show. It doesn't matter if there's 2 people in the crowd. It doesn't matter if there's 200 in the crowd. We're gonna give the same amount of energy, and we're gonna try to connect with our followers, or whatever you want to call them, supporters, or you know, just people that are. And I look at everything we do as like people that support us are literally a part of our family. Like we adopt everybody into the Team TRAX family. Like you want to be my son, you want to be my daughter, you want to be a part of the family. Like that's literally what it's become. And you know, it's like a brother, like a brotherhood, sisterhood thing going on where everybody's just smashing ideas together. You know, now we're starting to get together and you know, I'm like letting people know, like, hey, you want to make an emote? Check out this person. You want to make a wearable? Check out this person. You want to host an event at this venue? I can get you connected. You know, like I want to be the connecting dots to everybody because I feel like the more collaboration, I mean, it's starting to happen more. DG and the party scene are starting to collide more.
Yeah,
You
no.
know,
That look,
I love it.
there is
I love it.
something. Look, the reason why I focus myself on interviewing DCL community members and not only DG community members is exactly that. The Decentraland is a big world. It's not only a casino, but if both worlds collide and they get bigger, everything gets bigger, everything gets better. And united, we are stronger. Even if it
Absolutely,
sounds
yeah.
cliche, united we are stronger. And as a community, we can make amazing things happen if we organize together. Like if we organize ourselves, if we collaborate. I've seen insane work done came out of collaboration between community members, and it's dope. Like it's
Oh yeah.
amazing. Like for me, it inspires me. That's why I do this. Look, this phase, like I don't look tired. I am super tired. But everything I do, like I do with passion, just like you. Like we put in the hours because we like it, not because we have to.
No,
Because we
exactly.
like it. We like to. I enjoy being here. Like I wouldn't be here if I had to. Fuck's sake, you know. So
Most
see,
definitely.
like, so CJ, let me ask you something. Just to wrap it off. Assuming you're a first timer in the Central End, or a first timer at the venue in DG, whether it's your first night at poker or your first night in the Central End, what would be your first, like your advice for that first timer?
I would definitely say, be patient with Decentraland. It's still in its early phase. We're still in. If you look at when you download the app, it's still in beta mode. We're still like getting to more perfected world. Nothing's ever going to be perfect in the metaverse. Just get that out the way. But when you come in here, be a little bit more patient with the user experience. It's going to improve more over time. It's improved a lot for me over a year and a half. If you're coming in now, you're getting a lot more advanced features than most people are. But I really feel like, just take it day by day. Make sure you explore as much as possible. The map is really, really big and can be overwhelming. So it's really good to connect with the community on Twitter, Discord. Those are the top two apps that people use to kind of communicate behind the scenes of the metaverse. And I would really get familiar with those two apps too if you're looking to connect with people on a more personal level versus just being in a metaverse. And I would say press letter X whenever you get a chance and go to the places page so you can find other populated areas that may either be play to earn areas, or they might be party areas, or they might be communities. You never know who you're going to come across in the metaverse. Remember, there's a physical person behind every avatar. We're digital, we're here, but there's a physical person behind somebody controlling that character. So remember, you never know who you could be standing in front of. You could be standing in front of a millionaire with crazy amounts of crypto. You could be around somebody who's just getting started. But we're all equal here. We're all trying to help build this ecosystem together. And you can perform here. You can become a musician here. You can work full time here. You just got to put in the work when nobody's watching, and just really truly believe in what you do. You can make anything you could think of a reality here. So I mean, as long as you have
Literally,
and you don't even
literally.
need a lot of money. You don't need a lot of money. You need to just have the collaboration mindset with everybody, and then the money will come in the long term. But take your time, take it easy, and like I said, be patient with Decentraland, and you could really, really thrive here in this world. I'm telling you, 100%. I'm living proof. Living proof. I've been doing it. I gave up my full-time living of a job of traveling as a DJ to now perform here in the metaverse full-time, sell music NFTs, sell wearables, sell emotes.
Let's go.
It's all coming in full circle now, you know?
TRAX, bro. Let's go, bro. I am so happy to hear this, bro. I am so happy to hear this, and it's inspiring, bro. Just keep it up. You and your family are amazing. I am sad we were not able to meet Mama TRAX, but please do tell them I am a big fan of her emote controlling abilities. I am
Mama
a
TRAX,
big,
like Elliot says, he loves your emote using abilities, and he says sends you lots of love.
yeah, and whenever she wants, I'm down for a dance off in the Central End. Most dance
He
off.
said he's done the dance battle. You
Because
two never.
I suck. Like I
No,
can't dance IRL, bro.
no, she loves partying with you, man. You're such a fun guy, and your personality shines through your avatar, and I think that's a beautiful thing. And I love, man, we had so much fun at rock paper scissors. I wasn't able to win, but it was fun just witnessing
Oh,
and
I
seeing it
was
all
so
unfold.
close to win with Jason. Like he's like he can read my mind. He always beats me. I don't know what's going on.
He's like a sensei. You try to fight the master sensei, and he just keeps on winning.
No, we
Who ended up winning
like
the whole thing? It was
looking
Deadhead, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Deadhead win. Yeah,
Deadhead.
that was a really fun event.
Yeah, I think Deadhead won the no paper hands contest. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I think
man.
it
Yeah, it
was
was
the
a fun
final
event.
Jason Deadhead or Tony.
Yeah, it was her. It was her versus Jason. Yeah, that was the final.
Yeah. It's yo Trax. It's been amazing having you here, bro. Lots of
Absolutely,
love for
man.
your
Thank you.
family again, and this is your house as well. Anytime you want to come and perform with us, for us, whatever you want,
Hell yeah, I'd love
feel
to.
free.
I'd love to.
And
I'd love to.
dude, your beats, your music, anything you want to play in our radio station, it's also open for business. Like you can
Absolutely.
drop your music there. We will be more than happy to play it 24/7 if needed.
I'll definitely. I'll send you my
Okay?
stuff. I'll send you my OpenSea collection. You can check it out. Make sure you guys come to the MTV show at the True Stage. It's gonna be really, really big for Mental Health Action Day. I'm opening the night, so I'm gonna opening DJ set. Gonna get the night started. It's a weird time zone because it is 24-hour marathon,
It's
so
on
it's
the
actually gonna
18th,
be
right?
yeah. It's like midnight on the 18th East Coast. So if you go to Eastern Time Zone, midnight. That's when the whole thing starts. So that's a good starting point. So I'm gonna be performing here like 9 p.m. at night, but it's gonna be the opening act just to get the room warmed up and to help people, navigate around. Hopefully, we get some new users from that. But yeah, MTV, it's a
I'll
big
be.
event, really huge.
I'll try to. I'm not gonna promise because that time you just said sounds like crap for me, but I will
Yeah,
try
it's a
to be
weird
there.
time zone.
If not,
It's weird.
I will for sure drop by there because that event, the True Band is pulling off. I think it's amazing.
Yeah,
What they're doing is
24-hour
amazing,
nonstop
and
marathon,
they
freaking
do
insane.
require our support.
Absolutely,
Trax,
absolutely, man.
thank you for being here, bro. You've been amazing, man.
Appreciate you
Take
for having me,
care.
man.
You make sure your son keeps pushing it, man. He's gonna like I can see him shining in music.
Absolutely, man.
He
You're
just can't
amazing, bro.
keep it up.
Keep doing what you do. I love these interviews, and I always try to tune in whenever I get a chance to. But man, DG fam, y'all keep doing
Thank you,
your
bro.
thing. I love DG, man. Y'all been really stepping it up as far as making it easier for new users to get in. That's the biggest thing for me is like new user operability. And you guys with the SNG and with all the features you guys been adding, y'all really killing it. I just gotta put that out there.
They're killing it. I agree with you. Big love for DG.
Hell yeah,
Take
hell
care,
yeah.
Trax.
Team TRAX, you know what it is.